Hello, my darling donuts. I am Angel Nico. Welcome back to the channel. Once again, we are playing our Pokemon Crystal Nuzlocke this week. And I hit the stop button on the last episode, and then I hit the start button on this one. You haven't missed anything. I haven't taken a step. I haven't done a single level. I do think I want to do the grinding off screen for Black Maria, like I said. I do also think I want to do the grinding for some of the other Pokemon on the team off screen as well. We'll see. We'll see how this works out. So, well, actually, there's a trainer coming up. We might be able to use that trainer to get some experience for our new friend, Black Maria. Just for a recap, because I know I didn't do one at the end of the last episode. In the last episode, we got two new friends. We got Biblo, our Hoot Hoot, who throughout the course of training and grinding got the attack foresight. And we got Nuzui we had, Usopp we had, and Black Maria, who is our new Spinnerack friend. Poison Sting, unfortunately, is really weak. Unfortunately, I don't expect Spinnerack to stick around for very long, just because Spinnerack and Ariados are pretty fragile. But it's a Pokemon. It's gonna be nice for the Nuzlocke run for as long as it lasts. Alright, so I think there's a cave off to the right up here. I think. Yes, there is. Dark Cave. So, I believe the only Pokemon that you can find in this cave is Zubat. Oh, a potion! Hell yeah, that's fantastic. But I'm not 100% sure that I am right about that. I do know I don't want to go too far from the entrance, because without Flash, you can't see diddly squat in this cave. They definitely learned from their mistakes in Gen 1, right? Because if you remember, if anybody played Yellow, Blue, or Red... Oh, okay. That's not a Zubat at all. I am scared, though. So, we're gonna switch to... Oh, jeez. We're gonna switch to Izumi. This is gonna be a rough one. But... Geodude is a great Pokemon to take into Falkner. So this is fantastic. This is way better than I expected it to be. Unfortunately, we can't get the final evolution of Geodude because we don't really have a way to trade. So we can't get Golem, which is very unfortunate. But it is what it is. What are you gonna do? All right, I don't want to lose Nizumi, so we're just gonna start throwing Pokeballs at this thing and pray. But Geodude will be very advantageous against Falkner. And it's not like Graveler's bad for a run-through like this, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Geodude! Alright. The only Earth or ground-related ability in One Piece I can think of is Whitebeard, and I don't think this Pokemon is worthy of that name, only because there's no way to get it to Golem. If it could be Golem, then yes, I would say that I would give this Pokemon the nickname Whitebeard, but I don't know. I don't think it deserves that. Alright, we're naming him Pika. We're naming him Pika after Doflamingo's henchman who had the Stone fruit. I think that's kind of a perfect pick for Geodude. Alright, so we'll leave the Dark Cave and we'll head over here. And I don't remember if this guy up here is a trainer or not. He is not. I walked too far today looking for Pokemon. My feet hurt and I'm sleepy. If I were a wild Pokemon, I'd be easy to catch. Okay, I mean, good for you. It's a fruit-bearing tree. Hey, it's a bitterberry. I think that's supposed to be a hint to newer players that, like, putting a Pokemon to sleep makes it easier to catch, which, incidentally, is true. Bitterberry, I think heals burn? I genuinely don't remember. It might actually be just for creating balls. No, it's for confusion. Okay, cool. Alright, this, I believe, is the last trainer on the route. I caught a bunch of Pokemon. Let me battle with you. Okay. Regrettably, I should have put Pika or Black Maria up in front, but what are you gonna do? Bugcatcher Wade wants to battle. Bugcatcher Wade sent out Caterpie. Oh, it's a level 2 Caterpie. They wouldn't have gotten jack shit XP from this anyway. Biblo use tackle. Although they're high enough level that they probably could have taken on a level 2 Caterpie without issue. Especially Pika. Well, I always have a chance to switch into them after this. Hell, I can switch into them now. That's actually what I'm going to do. Go, Pika! Pika the Geodude, Pika the Geodude. Tackle. Ow! How dare! How dare! Boom, son. That's what I call boom jams. I'll string your shot, you dumb caterpillar. How dare you? How dare you? How absolute dare you? Get out of my face. I don't want none. Wow. Okay, so if I hadn't had to switch into Pika, it would have gotten almost half of its experience bar filled from beating one level 2 Caterpie. Are you serious? That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. But hey, whatever. It is what it is. I'll take what I can get. We're just having a tackle festival. Like, this isn't even an interesting battle. This is redonkulous. But you know what? It's going to get Pika some nice XP. Hopefully we can get him up to level 5. Oh, wow. I even appropriately gendered it. Like, the only Pokemon so far that has had a name that doesn't match the gender from One Piece characters has been Nezumi. That's it. Everything else has worked out perfectly. And, like, I love rats in general. I think rats are cute. Even in Magic the Gathering, one of my favorite archetypes is Rat Tribal. I love playing Rat Tribal in Magic. But I hate Nezumi because he's a shitty person, and I don't like Rattata because it and its evolved forms just aren't very strong or cute. Well, I guess Alolan Raticate is kind of cute, but it's like that ugly kind of cute, you know what I mean? Pika grew to level 5. Does they have another Caterpie? They do. Oh, it's a Weedle. Okay, well, we're going to switch into Black Maria and see how this goes. That Weedle is level 3. Okay, I'm not confident that we'll stick with Black Maria after the first few turns, but let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Because this is Bug Poison versus Bug Poison, both of which their only attack moves is going to be Poison Sting. Yep, Poison Sting. This is going to do 1 damage, isn't it? Yep. So I think Black Maria is going to end up winning this just because, like, this is a war of attrition at this point. This is about to be redonkulous. See, and it keeps doing that. It keeps using String Shot, whereas we're actually doing damage every turn. It's going to take 20 turns, but Black Maria's going to win and soak up all that delicious XP for herself. As much as this sucks, like, this is going to be a slog fest. And the worst part is, because they're both poison Pokemon, neither one can poison the other. Like, there's no way to get extra damage or anything out of this. They both know, they're both bug Pokemon. They're both bug poison as dual types. They both only have 2 moves, Poison Sting and String Shot. The only reason Black Maria, our Spinarak, is going to win this fight is because, 1, she went first. She's going first every single turn. Oh, well, she went first. I guess she's not going first every turn now that Weedle has used a String Shot, but we got our attacks in first. And number 2, Weedle is wasting turns using String Shot. Like, yes, it's lowering our speed and it gets to go first now, but that doesn't matter with the HP lead that we now have on it in this war of attrition. If it was lowering our accuracy or raising its defense or something like that, then maybe it would matter, but not like this. This doesn't mean diddly squat. Actually, even raising its defense, I'm pretty sure I'm only doing 1 damage with every Poison Sting, mostly because it's doing only 1 damage with each Poison Sting. So even raising its defense or lowering our attack wouldn't do anything. The only way they can actually gain a benefit from a status move in this situation is to use Double Team or something like that to raise their own evasion, or Sand Attack or something like that to lower our accuracy, so that we miss more often either way. But Weedle can't do that. So it's just gonna lose. They basically, by using String Shot at any point in this fight, straight up said you win. And is this gonna do it, or do we need one more? That's gonna do it! Alright. Hell yeah. Oh, it's not enough to level. Oh, well, that was 3/4 of the XP bar, so that was pretty good progress. All right, so what's this item? We got a Pokeball. Extra Pokeballs are always good. All right, and then instead of worrying about this grass here, we're just going to go right up here. That's not a trainer. And we'll run through here. And we are in Violet City. So let's heal up our Pokemon. Good evening. You're out late. Welcome to our Pokemon Center. We can heal Pokemon to perfect health. Shall we heal your Pokemon? Okay. May I see your Pokemon? You may indeed. Bum, 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 ba-dum. All right, your Pokemon are fully healed. We hope to see you again. All right, so there are now, I believe, 2 more areas that we can go where we can find some Pokemon to help us. We're going to do this one over here first, just because in Bellsprout Tower, again, there's only 2 Pokemon that you can find, Bellsprout and Ghastly, and odds are we're going to get Bellsprout. So whatever this Pokemon is probably going to be more helpful than anything than what Bellsprout Tower is going to offer us. Unfortunately, Mareep is not in this game, but I believe in Gold and Silver versions, you can find Mareep in this area. It makes me sad that Mareep isn't in this game. Okay, duplicate claws, Hoot Hoot. We already have one, so we can move on. Bump, da, bump, 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 wham. We can give that a... Ooh, my back. Oh, I gotta pump my back. Ooh, whoo. All right, and we try again. Another Hoot Hoot. Duplicate claws, get out of my face. Go away, you dumb owl. We already have one of you, go away. All right, what else can we do? What else can we do? Is that all that's here? That's 3 Hoot Hoots in a row. And maybe it's because it's nighttime. Maybe if we came here during daytime, it would be like all Centrets or something. I don't know. But we need something else. This isn't good enough. This isn't going to work. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Well, you know what? The fact that we found Bellsprout here means we can duplicate claws in the Bellsprout Tower and force our way into a Ghastly no matter what. So, you know what? That works out. That works out well. Boom. Tackle. I'm gonna tackle your ass. Not that I think Bellsprout is bad, and like, Victory Bell is a good Pokemon, but against Falkner, I really wanted something else. Fine Whip. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Tackle. Oh, oh. Tackle. Tackle your grass ass. Tackle your grass ass. Okay, so we'll go into our pack here, and we'll toss our Pokeball. Doop. Doop, doop, doop. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Gotcha! Bellsprout was caught. Bellsprout's data was newly added to the Pokédex. If it notices anything that moves, it immediately flings its vine at the object. Like a psycho. Okay, we'll give a nickname to the Bellsprout. It is a girl plant Pokemon. I don't want to have to name it Robin after her flower fruit because she deserves a Pokemon much prettier than Victory Bell. Alright, unfortunately, I don't want to name it Robin. I'm not going to do that to Robin. That's my girl right there. So we're going to name it Ryokugyu. I think that's the name of the plant admiral. Let me make sure. Yeah, it looks like it is. Ryokugyu. Ryokugyu. Which I'm just going to call her Rio for short. Alright, so we have a full team now. We're going to go ahead and heal up, and then we will take a look at, well, I don't think there's any Pokemon to be caught down here. I believe this is just the unknown ruins that I can't actually get into from here. The ruins of Alf. Mystery Stone Panel Chamber. Yeah, there's no wild unknown in this area. We have to go to one of the areas that's unpopulated by people, I believe. All of these are like tourist attraction areas. And then there is some grass down here, down that way, but that guy stops us if we don't have the gym badge from Violet City. I am glad I came around here and found this tree. Paralyzed Cure Berry. That could be useful. So we'll go ahead and stow that in the item pocket. And then we'll hit up the Pokemon Center, and then we'll take a run at the Bellsprout Tower. Good evening, you're out late. Welcome to our Pokemon Center. We can heal your Pokemon to perfect health, shall we? Yes, please do. My Pokemon need to be in perfect health. That's not even a question. Not even remotely a question. Thank you for waiting, your Pokemon blah blah blah. Okay. Do you give me something? Is around? No, you just talk about Team Rocket. A young kid broke him up. Yeah, good for you, buddy. I don't care. All right, so first I'm going to order the Pokemon by level because I'm OCD about it. Then this one goes here. This one goes here. There we go. All right, so just to take a look at our team here, do a quick run through. We've got Black Maria, the Spinarak. We've got Pika, the Geodude. We've got Ryokugyu, the Bellsprout. It's going to take me a while to get that name right. Biblo, the Hoot Hoot. We've got Nizumi, the Rattata. And we've got Usopp, our Chikorita. So, not the most shining lineup, if I must say. I'm not super excited about this most of our team, mostly because I'm really scared they're not going to be able to handle the first couple of gym leaders very well. But, you know, it is what it is. If we catch new Pokemon that we think will handle it better, we can always switch them out. But yeah, we got to start somewhere, you know what I mean? But here we are at Sprout Tower. This is going to be our first trainer here. However hard we battle, the tower will stand strong. All right, buddy. I mean, it is true. But I doubt anybody's come through here with, like, a Groudon and Earthquaked with him or anything like that. Bellsprout, I choose you, Black Maria. We can Poison Sting. I feel confident using Poison Sting on this Bellsprout because it's going to hit neutral. It's super effective against grass and not very effective against poison. However, exactly. Vine Whip is going to hit for not very effective. Like, Black Maria just has the type advantage here. It's not much of an advantage, but it's enough of one. Honestly, I might just run back. I might just keep Black Maria's health up with potions and just have her make this run. Although, yeah, maybe not, because I need my other Pokemon to be strong enough to handle Falkner. I need Nizumi and Biblo to be nice and strong for this run. Are those really the only Pokemon that are going to be able to handle Falkner? Nizumi, Biblo, I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Chikorita, Bellsprout, and Spinarak are all going to have problems. Who is our sixth Pokemon? Geodude. Oh, yeah. Okay, Geodude's the one that I need up front for the... Oh, Geodude's going to get crushed by Bellsprouts. Okay, then... Well, you know what? Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll lead with Geodude so that he gets experience from these fights, but then we'll switch into Biblo because Vine Whip won't be very effective against her. Pika. Biblo switch out. And actually, I was wrong about the gender thing. I think Biblo in One Piece might be a boy owl, but I don't know. It's an owl. Who cares? All right, and then Tackle. Boo! Nah, yeah, that'll work. It's not the best way to get experience points for Geodude, but hey, you know, you do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, Vine Whip my poor owl in the face. And boom. That'll end that. And Pika will get some experience points. Biblo will get some experience points. Ooh, Biblo got close to leveling up off of that. Another Bellsprout. Who would have guessed? All right, we'll switch back to Pika. I don't think it will, but my hope is that before we challenge Falkner, that Pika will learn Rock Throw. I don't know what level it learns that in this generation, but my hope is that it will. Okay, it is going to use Vine Whip because I believe that is the only attack move Bellsprout has at this point, at this juncture at level 3. And Geodude is quadruple weak to that. We cannot let him get hit by a Vine Whip. That cannot happen. Bum 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 ba dum ba da bum ba da bum ba dum. All right, tackle again. What? How interesting early Pokemon is. How interesting and complex and amazing and interesting. Oh, good lord. Okay. Pika grew to level 6, and Bibble's gonna grow. Ooh, Pika learned Defense Curl. Oh, that might be useful. And Bibble grew to level 7. Actually, Defense Curl is gonna be useful if we can hold on to it until we go up against Whitney. Because if we beat Whitney, we'll get Rollout. However, I'm also very scared of Whitney. Because, ooh, that cow. That cow gonna be a problem. Although, if we can manage to keep Pika alive long enough to go into that fight, the type advantage there is going to be massive, because I believe Rock hits both Rock and Ground for not very effective damage, meaning Pika will only take a quarter of the damage from Rollout once she gets started with it. So, like, that could be really good for us. Alright, let's see if we can find ourselves that Ghastly that I was mentioning. I know this area has wild Pokemon. Maybe I need to go up another floor before they start appearing. Paralyze Heal! I have noticed this area has this weird, like, and I don't know if it's actually in the coding or if it's just my imagination, but there's this, like, weird, like, effect that, like, it's really hard. It takes a while for the first wild Pokemon to appear, but then once it does, you're, like, spammed with the bastards. And again, maybe that's just my imagination. I don't know, but boy, does it sure seem like that every time I play this version. Sage Chow wants to battle. He sent out a Bellsprout. Who would have fucking guessed? Go, Black Maria. I should have switched Pika out in front. Oh well. I mean, I do need to get my other Pokemon levels up. As much as I'm going to be relying on Pika in the upcoming gym battle, my other Pokemon do have to level 2. Poison Sting. I'm going to just have Maria handle this by herself because she can. Because she can. Bellsprout don't stand a chance against my Spooter. Motherfucking Spooter. Big ol' fucking Spooter, bitch. Gonna kill your dumbass plants. Oh my god. Vine Whip, Poison Sting. Vine Whip, Poison Sting. Vine Whip, Poison Sting. Kill me! Oh my god. Alright, one more Poison Sting, Black Maria. You got this. Bam! There we go. There we go. There it is. We done, son. And a level. Come on, learn to move. 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 Black Maria learns Scary Face. It lowers the opponent's speed. It's not that useful. Alright, we gonna switch into Pika. Pika, 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 not Chew. Pika Rock. Pika Annoying. Rah rah ba ba ba. Alright, and then we'll switch from Pika into Biblo, just for that type, sweet type advantage. And, I mean, honestly, once we get Biblo up to level 8, we can probably switch into Usopp too, just because it's Grass type. Tackle-lackle-lackle. You ready for this? Vine Whip, tackle, Vine Whip, tackle, Vine Whip, tackle. Welcome to early level Pokemon. It's not interesting. It doesn't really get interesting until after we beat the first gym leader, in my opinion. But then after that, it starts to get there. Especially because after that, there's the forest area that comes after that. And then after the forest is when Team Rocket gets introduced, and they start using, like, poison, and there's Slowpokes in the well, and, like, the bug gym leader shows. Like, it just gets better after that. Alright, and we'll switch back to Pika. Gotta get our Rock Man up as high as we can, because he's gonna be important in this next battle, in this upcoming gym battle. Oh wow, real close to leveling. So no matter as long as Bellsprout dies, which there's no reason it won't, then Pika will get the level and be up to level 7, which will be on par. Half our team will be level 7 at that point. Ooh, a critical, not very effective 2-hit point move. Ooh, I'm so scared. Okay, just come on. Let's hurry this up. Tackle your ass, tackle line, tackle, tackle your mass. Okay, there we go. This battle's finally over. And Pika grew to level 7. Yay! Biblo gained 27 experience points. Okay, unfortunately, still no new move for Pika, but it is what it is. Alright, so we're going to leave the Bellsprout Tower, and here's what I'm going to do. So we're at about the end of this episode. So if we get out of this tower without running into a wild Pokemon, I will just not grind in the Bellsprout Tower. I will wait until we start the next episode. Wow, yeah, we made it out without running into a single wild Pokemon in the entire time we were in there. So yeah, I will not go into the Bellsprout Tower until the next time we do an episode. I will grind the Pokemon team that I do have off screen elsewhere before the start of the next episode. That we're a little more prepared of moving forward. But next time I do plan to get to the top of the Bellsprout Tower, finish that area off before we move on to the gym battle, and we'll catch a new friend in the Bellsprout Tower as well before we move on to the gym battle. But I do want to thank everybody for watching. If you could please like, comment, and subscribe, that really helps me out. Remember that I do also have a Blue Sky that you can follow, and I post music on this channel every other week. Thank you so much, my darling donuts. Have a good night.